up, guys? So today I'm going to teach you how to do the alphabet in Spanish, right? Um, we're going to go through in the next set of videos here for the next month or so, and I'm going to teach you guys how to learn Spanish, how I go about learning new languages, and the method that I have, right? So step number one is we got to learn the alphabet. In Spanish is A, B, C, right? And something key here with the letter C is if it's C followed by A, O, U, it makes a hard sound like a K. Ka, ko, ku. And if it's followed by E, I, it's the S sound. Say, C. D, A, F, K. K. So the letter G is like our H sound. K, right? But that's only when it's followed by E or I, right? What is termed a soft sound. Just like C followed by E and I is the soft sound, right? Say C, right? And then we have hard sounds like with C, ka, ko, ku, and G, ga, go, gu, right? Where it makes that hard g sound, right? The letter H is called H, but it doesn't actually have any sound. Whenever you see it, just ignore it. You don't ever say it, right? E, jota. The letter J is like our H sound, jota, right? Ka. The letter K is really only seen in like loan words like kilometro, kilo, right? Things like that. L, M, N, Ñ. The letter Ñ is a sound that people really struggle with sometimes, but it's really important to understand this difference, right? Ñ. It's like an NY put together. Ñ. Ñ. Right? It's really important to get this down because there's a big difference between the expression of cuántos años tienes and cuántos años tienes, right? If you know what that difference is, put it down in the comments below, right? So, ñ, very important. O, P, Q, R, R, right? And this is a big sound that people, specifically English speakers, tend to struggle with, is the difference between one R, R, and double R, R, right? The best way I can help you to say this sound is the following. You want to touch your tongue to like the top of the like curve on the top of your mouth. And I found it helped me to put like a h sound in front of it. Just to get it started, right? And then as you get better at it, you can start to get rid of that h sound and just make it r, right? R, right? S, T, U, B. So the letters B and V are supposed to make the same sound. Now, I think that they're slightly different, but not as big of a difference as between boy and van in English. They're much similar, right? But I think it's just because in English we have that difference between B and V that I hear the difference. But to most Spanish speakers, if you ask them, they're going to tell you that it's the same thing. Ba, so like bato, vainilla is the same as burro, right? It's the same as vaca. It's all the same, right? W, you'll really never see this letter in Spanish. It's only used in like foreign loan words, but you won't really hear it. And most of the time, it'll get transliterated as like a G-U-I, G-U-E, something like that to replicate that sound. X, X has a ton of sounds. It could be like a KX, it could be a H, like Mexico, right? Or it could be a sh, like it, for example, in Mexico, the Mexica, right? The Aztec people, right? Were called Mexica, and it was pronounced that way, even though it's an X, right? So it just depends. Y, which in reality sounds like a y sound, y, and zeta, which the Z, the S, and the CE, CI, all the same, right? So with that said, let's take a little bit of practice, right? And then I'll let you guys head out of here. So I've combined a bunch of consonants with the vowels A, E, O, U, right? And we're gonna practice. So I'll say them and then have you say them back. Ba, ka, da, fa, ga, ha, ka, la, ma, na, pa, ra, sa, ta, ba, wa, ya. Good. Be, se, de, fe, he, que, le, me, ne, pe, re, se, te, be, we, ye. Be, si, di, fi, hi, ki, li, mi, ni, pi, ri, si, ti, bi, wi, yi. Bo, ko, do, fo, go, ho, ko, lo, mo, no, po, ro, so, to, bo, wo, yo. Pu, ku, du, fu, gu, hu, ku, lu, mu, nu, pu, ru, su, tu, bu, wu, you. Go ahead, run that back. Practice that as many times as you need in order to get the pronunciation down. I suggest doing this as a warm up before you start studying, just because it's going to help you warm up the tongue, get your mind in the right spot to study Spanish and be able to pronounce things correct. If you like this video, go ahead and leave it a like, and feel free to watch my latest video here. Leave a comment down below with the difference between cuantos años and cuantos años means in Spanish, and I'll see you in the next video.